When the sun kissed the streets of Canada, no one could have predicted the breathtaking scene that was about to unfold. The air shimmered with excitement, cameras flashed relentlessly, and fans held their breath in anticipation. Then he appeared. Jungkook of BTS, the man who has already conquered the music world, stepped out of his sleek black car, wearing a regal purple floral suit that made time itself seem to pause. In that single moment, every heart in the crowd stopped beating for just a second. The golden maknae had arrived, and the fashion world would never be the same again. There was something magnetic, something almost ethereal about his presence. As Jungkook waved softly to the crowd, the subtle grin on his lips carried the confidence of a global superstar who knows his power, but wears it with effortless grace. The cameras went wild. His purple suit, tailored to perfection and covered in delicate floral prints, reflected both boldness and sophistication. It was daring yet gentle, loud yet poetic, exactly like Jungkook himself. Every thread of that outfit told a story, and every glance he cast made headlines. People weren't just seeing a pop idol. They were witnessing the birth of a new fashion icon. Purple King began trending instantly across all social media platforms. Fans from every corner of the world flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with clips and photos of Jungkook's unforgettable appearance. Some called him the living definition of elegance, while others declared, "No one does it like Jungkook." Within minutes, Jungkook in Canada was the #1 topic globally. His walk through the fashion event's entrance was cinematic. The crowd outside screamed his name, but he remained calm, poised, and radiant under the flashes of 1,000 cameras. Even fashion critics, known for their sharp tongues and high standards, were speechless. One could almost feel the electricity in the air, a mix of admiration and disbelief that someone could embody charisma so effortlessly. Every move he made seemed choreographed by destiny itself. Inside the event, Jungkook's arrival shifted the entire atmosphere. The fashion show, which had already been buzzing with high-end designers and world-renowned models, suddenly felt different, more alive, more electric. Guests turned their heads, whispers filled the air, and eyes sparkled with curiosity. Who could pull off a daring purple floral ensemble and still look like he ruled the world? Only one name echoed: Jungkook. The Canadian fashion scene had never witnessed anything quite like this. This wasn't just another celebrity appearance. It was a statement, a cultural moment. Jungkook wasn't simply wearing a suit. He was wearing confidence, evolution, and artistry. He embodied a message that fashion isn't about following rules. It's about rewriting them. As he took his seat in the front row, flashes continued to pop from every direction. Journalists were already typing frantically, trying to capture the essence of what they were seeing. But how do you describe something that feels almost unreal? His aura was magnetic, his charm disarming. The combination of that soft lavender undertone in his outfit with the deep, royal purple hue created an otherworldly effect. The floral motifs added a touch of nature's romance, perfectly mirroring Jungkook's duality: strong yet gentle, mysterious yet open, powerful yet human. And then there were the fans outside, the heartbeat of the moment. They screamed his name, waved banners, and some even shed tears just from catching a glimpse of him. Many had waited for hours, braving the cold winds of Canada, all for this fleeting moment. When Jungkook waved at them, a chorus of emotional gasps filled the air. That tiny gesture, a wave, a smile, was enough to melt 1,000,000 hearts. Social media exploded with posts. Jungkook just turned Canada purple. This isn't a fashion show anymore. It's a Jungkook show. He doesn't wear the outfit wears him. Everywhere you looked, people were talking about him. Fashion experts started breaking down his outfit, its structure, texture, symbolism. Purple, they noted, has always been associated with royalty, mystery, and creativity. It's also the color most associated with BTS's message of love and connection, thanks to the iconic phrase, "I purple you." It was poetic, almost cosmic, that Jungkook chose this hue for such a moment. Whether intentional or not, his choice of color felt deeply meaningful. The Canadian media immediately picked up the story, describing his look as a visual poetry of modern masculinity. International outlets soon followed, praising his ability to blur the lines between gender, art, and fashion. They called him a trendsetter, a visionary, a walking masterpiece. Some even suggested that his presence at the event outshone the runway itself. As the show went on, Jungkook remained the center of attention. Cameras occasionally panned to him, catching his serene expressions and subtle reactions. Every frame looked like it could belong on a magazine cover. Designers whispered excitedly, some visibly inspired by the sight of him. It was clear, Jungkook wasn't just attending fashion events anymore. He was shaping the narrative of what global fashion could look like in the new era. When he finally left the venue, the chaos began anew. Fans screamed, phones waved, and security had to form a protective circle around him. Yet through it all, Jungkook remained the same, humble, kind, and glowing with that same soft smile that has melted hearts for years. He waved goodbye again, giving one last look to the sea of fans who had been waiting for hours. That simple wave carried warmth, gratitude, and connection. It was as if he was silently saying, "Thank you for being here." After the event, his purple look continued to dominate headlines for days. Fashion magazines dedicated entire spreads to analyzing his outfit. Stylists speculated on who designed it. Photographers praised the lighting that captured him so perfectly, and fans continued to share every possible angle of his walk from the car to the entrance. Each photo seemed to radiate a unique kind of power, a mix of beauty and authenticity that only Jungkook could bring. Some fans started referring to the moment as the Purple Era, marking it as a turning point in Jungkook's ongoing evolution. Over the years, he has transitioned from the golden boy of K-pop into a fully realized artist, performer, and now a global style icon. This Canadian appearance didn't just showcase his visual transformation. It proved his global influence transcends music. Fashion houses began expressing open admiration. Insiders whispered that luxury brands were already competing for collaborations, eager to have Jungkook front their next campaigns. Why? Because he represents something more than fame. He represents evolution, risk-taking, and a new standard of individuality. His look that night wasn't just about beauty. It was about courage, self-expression, and breaking boundaries. The public couldn't get enough. Every small detail of his outfit became symbolic. The delicate floral patterns were seen as a representation of growth and renewal, while the strong purple base embodied power and passion. The combination spoke volumes about who Jungkook is, a man unafraid to express vulnerability while standing firmly in his strength. Videos of his arrival continued circulating online. The comments section became a virtual love letter. Fans wrote about how proud they were, how emotional they felt watching him shine, and how far he had come since his teenage debut days. Many recalled how he used to be shy, often standing quietly behind older members. Now here he was, radiant, confident, and redefining what it means to be a global icon. By the next morning, hashtags like hashtag Purple King Jungkook, hashtag Jungkook in Canada, and hashtag Fashionicon Jungkook dominated global trends. Even international celebrities reposted his photos, praising his elegance and bold fashion sense. Some called him the new muse of modern fashion, while others described him as the embodiment of timeless beauty. What made it all so powerful wasn't just his look, it was his authenticity. Jungkook's charm lies in his ability to stay true to himself no matter how much the world changes around him. He doesn't dress to impress, he dresses to express. Every outfit, every gesture, every glance is real. That authenticity is what connects him so deeply with millions of people around the globe. In interviews that followed, stylists who had worked with him hinted that Jungkook had a strong personal say in his outfit choices. He doesn't just wear what's given. He collaborates, he suggests, he creates. It's no wonder his fashion moments always feel personal, powerful, and unforgettable. As days passed, the impact of that one night in Canada continued to ripple through pop culture. Designers began incorporating purple tones and floral patterns in their new collections.